Alright, hello everyone, my name is Cypher and today we're getting back into another Division 2 build video. So today I'm going to be going over a build that I've covered somewhat recently in the past. I've used it for Legendary. This one has a little bit of some modifications made to it to better suit a more conflict set of playstyle. But overall this is a really strong and solid build. Overall, I do enjoy this build a lot. It is probably one of the best builds for farming in PvE, as it is an all crit build, all red build that you normally see. 3 Providence build, if you've seen before. Very easy to put together. One of the best in the game you can put together, especially for a lot of overall sustained DPS. As basically for proccing no talents, you get insane amount of damage, but obviously you will be dying very quickly with this build. Let's just get straight into it. This is kind of like a little filler video I want to get in place because I'm trying to get like y'all voted for a pulse resistance video, but I accidentally trashed my 9.9% pulse resistance mod, so I gotta go farm for another one. RNG gods haven't been too lucky to me, but overall I think y'all get the point. It'll take me a little bit, but I'll make sure that I get that mod because that's all I need left. And after that, I'll have the build ready for you guys. So let's just get straight into this build right here. So like I said, this is a 3-piece Providence all crit build. Starting off with a specialization, I'm using the Technician specialization. So this might be a little bit of a surprise to a lot of people, considering the fact that with the Technician specialization, it's not usually used for crit builds. Usually, maybe you'd want to use like Firewall or the Gunner specialization. You would use Firewall for that 10% crit hit damage long underbarrel rail mod. And then you would use like Gunner for the Banshee Pulse, or you use it for the 10% armor on kill, right? And the bonus armor you get. But here we're going for the Technician specialization for that extra skill tier, damage to enemy skills, and along with that, that linked laser point, which is the main aspect of this build that I want to talk about. Going off to the grenades, I am using the, what's it called? I'm using the EMP nade. We're going to use it to kind of just jam enemy skills, flush enemies out, making sure that they're not in range. This is also really good for countering a lot of Stinger hives and stuff like that, so it's a good counter for a lot of skills, as we're seeing a lot of status effects right now. And other than that, that's really about it for the grenades. Going off onto the weapons. So, you do have a lot of options here, but here's what I'm just going to personally recommend. So, starting off with the FAMAS, this is one of the best ARs in the game, especially for a high end. It has some low base damage, right? But it has an insanely high RPM at 900. Along with that, I have a 50 round mag on here, damage targets out of cover, and I have a Talent Optimist on here. So with the Talent Optimist, weapon damage is increased by 3% for every 10% ammo missing from the magazine, meaning once you empty the mag, you basically essentially have a 30% weapon damage bonus, which is really nice. For the mods on the FAMAS, I have a 5% crit hit chance scope, 5% crit hit chance underbarrel rail, 5% crit hit chance muzzle brake, and 20 round mag. Going off next, I'm using the Kingbreaker, the named TKB assault rifle. Has really high base damage, lower RPM at 650, and also has a 50 round mag. Got damage targets out of cover on there, and it comes with the talent Perfect Flatline, where it amplifies weapon damage by 20% to pulse enemies, and after 2 kills applies pulse to the next enemy you hit. That second part of the talent is not going to matter. Mainly using it is for that 20% damage to pulse enemies, where for the mods we have crit hit chance on the scope, 20 round mag, linked laser pointer, which you can only put on long underbarrel rails. Once again, this is a Technician specialization exclusive item that will pulse any enemy you look at, and a 5% crit chance muzzle brake. You can get this item from named item caches or air targeted loot. It is in the open loot pool, so those are really your best options. You could also be running the Eagle Bear or the St. Elmo's engine, the Bighorn if you really want to. Carbide 7 is always really good. Shield Splinter, Police M4. Any AR really with like a high RPM is usually what you want to go with on here. And going off onto the sidearm, I'm using the Orbit, which is the named Darkstone exclusive revolver. Coming in with some pretty high base damage. 10% damage targets out of cover is what I have on here, and it comes with the talent Perfect Finisher. We're swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy. Grants 35% crit hit chance, which we're gonna be maxed out on, so it's not gonna matter, and 4% crit hit damage for 15 seconds. Mods on here don't really matter. This works on down enemies. You see a down enemy, just go ahead and just fire a shot real quick so you can get the extra 40% crit hit damage for the next 15 seconds. You can also use the TDI card custom for while you're holding it, you get an extra skill tier, so if you really want to do that, you could. And you can get these out of the Dark Zone, Conflict caches, and named item caches. Alright, going on to the gear pieces. One thing I'm going to say right now is that a lot of people are going to be wondering why I'm using a Grupo mask and not the Coyotes mask. So while the Coyotes mask does help my allies, especially for Conflict, this is a more like the way I'm treating this is more of a Conflict build. The reason why I'm not using this is because if I'm getting within 25 meters, if I'm getting within 15 meters of an opponent, I will die. I will die immediately. I have 730k armor. It's not even counting the fact that I have Perfect Sacrifice on here. The second someone gets close to you or lands a shot on you, you'll die almost immediately. The reason you're using this build is because you can out DPS any expertise build. Doesn't matter what they got. Doesn't matter if they got 23 expertise, 24 with a new season coming out. It's not going to matter. And if 25% create damage is not going to save me any survivability here, right? Because this build has no survivability. That's the idea. You're going all red, all damage, right? This is for you, like, COD players in a sense, that like that faster time to kill, right? So you're going to want to sit further back where damage drop-off isn't going to have much of an impact on you, and you'll melt people. Your main goal is to create suppressive fire and be a huge force and block in the enemy's path to create room for your teammates to push. Because you know damn well enemies aren't going to try to peek you unless they have a sniper, right? Most of their engagements are going to be at that 25 meter range where I'm already maxed out and create a chance. So there's no point in me running the Coyotes mask, which is why I'm running the Grupo mask, which gives me 15% critical hit damage off rip, right? So I'm already getting more critical hit damage for long range engagements than I would with the Coyotes. And I got create chance, create damage, and a create damage mod. Going off next to the Sacrifice. With the Sacrifice, it's from the Providence brand. This is in the regular loot pool. For the One Piece bonus here, we have 15% headshot damage, which is pretty nice. You know, you hit your headshots, it's just a little nice amplification of damage. I got 15% weapon damage here, 6% create chance, 12% create damage, and I have an 11.5% create damage mod. And it comes with the talent Perfect Glass Cannon. All damage you deal is amplified by 30%, so that's 2 extra red cores. But all damage you take is amplified by 60%. This is why I'm saying this is an all red crit build, right? This is to maximize DPS. You are not going to have any survivability. You want to make sure that you're playing with your team. You want to make sure your team is taking the damage for you, so that way when you're sitting in the back, right, you don't have to rely on the damage drop-off. You instantly melt your enemies, right? 30% damage, along with the fact that we're already hitting super hard as is. Once again, we had 130k base on the Kingbreaker. That's not like applying the 20% pulse damage. That's not applying crits. That's not applying the sacrifice bonus. This thing is going to hit for 300 to 400k crits to the body, okay? Which is why I'm saying it's an instant melt build. And the FAMAS already has a super high RPM and will be hitting for around 300k to 250k crits to the body as well. So don't forget about that. You can get it at a named item cache's Providence targeted loot or chest piece targeted loot, by the way. I just want to mention that. Going off next to the holster, I'm using a Providence holster. So this is our second piece, giving us 10% create chance. Got 15% weapon damage on here, 12% create damage, and 5.3% crit hit chance. You want to make sure you're rolling double crit for all your items here, and preferably crit hit damage mods. Onto the backpack, I'm using the Gift. The Gift is my third piece of Providence, giving me 15% critical hit damage. One thing I do want to point out with this build, right, that a lot of people are going to mention is that you don't need the Gift, which is true. The Gift, and the difference between the Gift and a regular Providence backpack that has Vigilance on it is the timer on here. So they both increase weapon damage by 25% when you're not taking damage, right? And typically you're playing the back, so you're probably not going to be taking a lot of damage anyways. The only difference between Perfect Vigilance and regular Vigilance is the timer. So taking damage from this buff with Perfect Vigilance is a 3-second cooldown it takes to get that bonus back. But with regular Vigilance, it's just 4 seconds. And this is a PvP exclusive, so it's not necessary to have. If you get a regular Providence backpack that has Vigilance on it, it performs the exact same. Do not worry about that in the slightest. We have 12.2% weapon damage on here, 10% critical hit damage, 6% crit hit chance, and 11.9% crit hit damage mod. You can get this out of the Dark Zone, named item caches, and other than that, yeah, it's pretty much it. Going off onto the gloves, I'm using the Contractor's gloves. They give you 10% LMG damage. We're not going to be taking advantage of that. We got 15% weapon damage on here, 8% damage to armor, which is the named item attribute, and 12% critical hit damage. Maybe we're using it for that multiplicative. Obviously, 8% damage to armor is really good for any DPS build. It's the best in slot for a reason, and you can get it out of Petrov or Glove targeted loot. And going off next to the knee pads, I'm using the Fox's Prayer knee pads, which are from the Overlord Armament brand, giving me 10% rifle damage, which I'm not going to be using. Comes with 15% weapon damage on here, 8% damage to targets out of cover, and then 12% critical hit damage. You can get this out of knee pad or Overlord targeted loot. It is also in named item caches. Going off onto the skills, I'm using the Scanner Pulse just because I want to know where my enemies are, so I want to position myself properly. Position is everything with this build. I need to say this as many times as possible. If you are not in the right position, you will do horrible with this build. This build relies on you to constantly be thinking about what fights you want to take, where your team is, where you want to play. And especially with what gunfights you want to take, like I said. Right? Because obviously, you could 1v4 with this build. 100%. But you got to make sure that their team has their backs to you, or they're focusing on your teammates. Along with that, I'm using the Defender Drone to kind of reduce the amount of damage I'll be taking in PvP. Like I said, I'm taking 60% amplified damage. I'm trying to reduce that as much as possible. With 2 expertise on here and the PvP damage reduction, I'll have 13.4% reduced damage while having my Defender Drone up, which is nice, reducing it to like around 47% amplified damage instead of 60, which is also really good to have. Other than that, that's really about it. If we go over to the stats, on the FAMAS, I have 57% crit hit chance and 180% crit hit damage, with 8% damage to targets out of cover, and then I have, 18% amplified damage targets out of cover as well. And if we go over to the Kingbreaker, I got 52.3% crit hit chance, 180% crit hit damage, and then once again, 18% damage to targets out of cover, and then I have 8% damage to armor as well. One thing I also like to point out, if you use the St. Elmo's engine with this build, you'll have around 195 to 200% crit hit damage, and you will have max crit hit chance, obviously. So other than that, that's really it for the build. Super easy to put together, and we're just going to go straight into a match. Once again, I want you to pay attention to my playstyle, pay attention to where I'm positioning myself, and pay attention to how I'm taking my gunfights. Once again, this is a build you want to play far back with. You want to kind of like play slow and methodical, because once again, one mistake and you die immediately. 2 bullets will put you down realistically, especially if they're players with expertise. But once again, you could outgun players with expertise if you get the jump. If you have a good reaction time, you have good flicks, good mechanical skill, you will dominate with this build, because all you need to know is that you can melt enemies instantly. Doesn't matter what their expertise is, they will go down in just an instant. So other than that, I'll go wait until we get into a match, and I'll see you all then. Alright, that took a little while, but it looks like we got a match. We were sitting on 7 people for like forever. Alright. Do I recognize you? What? Okay, we got a sniper. We got another all red. This might be a rough game. Oh, I cannot back out of that. Okay. I'm stuck on this guy. Okay, there we go. Thank you. Alright. So here's the plan. I'm going to be using my Kingbreaker for those close quarters combat, just in case someone runs up on me, just because I know I can put them down in a very short amount of bullets. After that, I'm going to be using my FAMAS for those medium to long range engagements, because it's a lot more accurate at range, and it fires super fast. Alright, let's see what we got. I want to try to take high ground first, because that's going to be very essential for me performing well this game. Once again, positioning is the most important thing in PvP, along with the fact that for just this build specifically, positioning is just that important. Let me go...
Defeat the enemy before your reinforcements are spent.
Look how little armor we have. 3 demos. I can already tell where this is going. At least I know they're going to be squishy. You're going to see me instantly pick these guys apart. Scanner pulse. There's some guys running over there. I got pulse too.
Hostile assault turret detected. Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Oh. Missed my shots there. Decoy.
Rogue
What
seeker
was
mine
that?
detected.
Oh.
Hostile seeker mine detected. Rogue defender drone detected. Hostile defender drone detected. An agent needs
Better not come
assistance.
up those stairs, buddy.
Agent down.
I'm gonna go down those stairs, actually. How are you not dead, sir? He's gonna walk up real close. Okay, dead immediately. 300 crits to the 300k crits to the body. Dead again, right away. I'm gonna try to stay away from that seeker mine. Where's my teammate getting shot from right now? I wanna go help him out.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, I can't shoot from there. Shoot from here, though. There we go, got him.
Boost about to activate.
Okay, I got pulsed. Okay, so we see this guy here. Oh, he's got his shock ammo. I need to make sure I don't peek the...
Boost online.
Teammate shocked him, okay? I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk. I need to go get that boost.
Rogue explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
Okay, I can kind of shoot him through
Rogue
the
seeker
window.
mine detected.
Oh, the person! I just walked by, thought that was my teammate. Wow. I really
Boost.
blindsided on that one. Max expertise, system corruption. Okay, that's interesting.
Vital
He's going
signs
for pulse
critical.
resistance. So probably not going to be using my King Breaker on that guy.
Agent deceased.
That's perfectly fine, though.
Agent down.
My FAMAS will just shred him just as quickly. Looks like we all lost our damage amp. I probably shouldn't have left high ground. If I stayed on high ground, probably, I could have caught that flank and just destroyed them, but we lost that map control now. I mean, it took us a while to get back to where we are here. Okay, I need to let my teammates push up, reclaim that map control first. Okay, I got upstairs with them. So keep control of that balcony. Alright, let's see where they are. I think they might be sitting in their spawns. Okay. They were
Rogue
up
defender
close.
drone detected.
Okay. Found them.
Hostile defender drone detected. Rogue assault turret detected.
Oh, you are close. my
Hostile
friend.
assault
Okay.
turret detected.
Maybe go
An
play with my
agent
team.
needs assistance.
I'm sending you a specialization system.
Cracked them. I saw him run by the truck. Oh, I'm running into objects.
Agent down.
Just think I just saw a guy here.
An agent needs assistance.
Oh, I just gave away my position there. I missed my shots.
Explosive seeker mine detected. Hostile explosive seeker mine detected.
That's unfortunate. Oh, I just teleported for some
Assistance
reason.
needed.
Okay. Yeah, the seeker mine hit me there last second.
Specialization
That was just
supply drop
unfortunate.
is in friendly hands.
And that probably wouldn't have happened either if I didn't give away my position so early. Okay, it looks like they're kind of
Halfway
going
to the
all in over
finish.
there. I'm gonna get my defender drone up. I'm gonna cover the swing here for my team.
Rogue
I'm
seeker
taking
mine
control of the
detected.
alley.
Hostile seeker mine detected.
Got that seeker mine for my
Rogue
teammates.
defender drone detected.
So tactically close these car doors.
Hostile defender drone detected.
Oh, they have no clue. Look at that. 170k from that distance is insane.
There are no more rogue reinforcements.
That kill confirmed for my
Eliminate
teammate.
whoever-
Okay, they're out of lives. He goes down immediately. Oh, that's an enemy. He's going over my teammate's highlight. Okay, don't have my scanner pulse yet. One guy left.
Boost about to come online.
He's definitely sitting in his spawn. Hopefully my teammates don't take that kill.
Agent down.
Look at that. 500k crit. You see that? This build has insane DPS. You gotta pay attention to your positioning. You instantly melt people. I'm telling you, dude. This build is so good. It's a lot of fun for those faster paced gameplay and like for those faster paced gameplay styles. If you're a guy who likes rushing around and stuff like that, this build is definitely for you. There were some moments where we had some bad positioning, like we went for that boost. I wasn't paying attention to flank, and I got caught off guard. But other than that, pretty easy win right there. We went 6-2 with 2 assists, dealing 14 million damage. Not horrible, right? But the thing is, though, with this build, you're not going to have very high damage in most cases due to the fact that the TTK is that fast, usually. So, when you see builds that have, like, super high damage stats at the very end of the match, it's usually because they're shooting the enemy with more bullets. And in those cases, obviously, you're probably not going to be getting those kill confirms right away. So, obviously, your enemy has time to regen their armor or plate up, right? And in those cases, obviously, you're going to be dealing more damage because you're not getting kill confirms as often. With this build, you get kill confirms super quickly, and along with that, you have pretty good KD, 3 KD with 2 assists, by the way, don't forget about that. And along with the fact that it probably could have been higher if we had played a lot better, played more passively. You know, obviously, I wanted to like rush around a little, have a little bit of fun, but as you can tell, this build performs extremely well. You just gotta position yourself properly, have good gun skill, and have good decision making. So other than that, this is a pretty easy build to put together. It's also a really good versatile build that I use for heroic farming, for when I'm like doing like solo heroic missions, or like whether I'm farming like Countdown, Summit. I also use it to farm shade levels as well, so if you wanted to do that, this is certainly another thing you could do. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Pulse resistance video coming out soon, hopefully, if I can get that mod that I need. Expect it. Hear me on this. Expect it to come out between Thursday and Friday of the next week. Okay. Like let me go check my calendar right now. Thursday, Friday. Let me see. What is that? That would be either the 5th or the 6th of October. Hopefully I'll have it by 9 a.m. PST, and you all will see by then. But other than that, that's really it for the video. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you didn't like the video or you make some changes, leave a dislike. Comment your thoughts down below. Like, just be honest with me. I like hearing your suggestions, and like what you guys want to say, like what changes you make to the build. Because I do listen to like my comments. I do reply and interact with my comments a lot, and I like just interacting with you guys overall altogether. So other than that, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. Once again, comment your thoughts down below. If there's any changes or suggestions you'd make, please leave them. I'm always reading through them and looking through them. And other than that, I will see you all next time. Later.